looking at where our poll is coming in, I think the 2040, the extent to which you could get some of those older cars off the road even sooner, I believe you could get down into the 2030s with half the world's road vehicles. But yeah, so maybe I'll leave it there.
Okay,
I
great.
think you're smoking crack. I think you're thinking about here, where in rich countries I agree, but think about
people
Africa, think about a bunch of Imperial
15
Asia.
years.
All right. Well, let's. So we've answered that one. David, Amy have answered that one quickly. Let's see. Our audience said 55% say half of the world's road vehicles will be EVs by 2040. That is not coincidentally when we looked at all those low growth scenarios in that WEF committee. Most of them were bullish on EVs, and many of them suggested it'd be about 2040 globally would see 50% of the cars being electric. But still, let's be clear, to do that, we need far more cars rolling off of assembly lines today to be electric than they are currently. And while I see more and more Teslas where I live in Canmore, Alberta, it's still a fraction of the cars on the road today, and I haven't toured a car manufacturer.
More to the point, because we're not advertising Tesla. Yeah. You can't even name the brand of 5 other brands of electric car just off the top of your head. You can't just say, oh, and then there's the blah blah model.
Volkswagen.
But what's the name of the car?
Volkswagen.
The Volkswagen what?
I'm joking.
The ID4, but I spent a lot of time.
The electro bug. Okay.
But remember, our poll was for road vehicles, not cars. I think it is important to say that outside North America, cars are a smaller fraction, more in the 40s.
But we need to get the cost of an EV battery down to a third of, let's say, what it was a couple of years ago. And isn't a big factor we need China to go big on EVs?
And it is.
China goes big. But is every manufacturer following suit? Because I thought that was the biggest driver of EV deployment, is that those billion cars, new cars, are going to have between now and 2030. A chunk of them are going to happen in brick companies, with China being the leader. But David, you're saying this.
Listen, the companies have pivoted. I don't think that's the issue. The issue is really, truly, it gets back to what David said. Am I going to live somewhere, and am I going to move to what I call the access lifestyle, right? I'm going to live somewhere where I work, or I'm going to work from home. My grocery store, my local cleaner, everything's going to be walking distance or short distance. And I'm not going to be doing these extreme, drives except on holiday.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I think the question is, how are people going to live? And I think that that's a generational question.
And as Sarah said, a policy question. I think the point is that technology alone doesn't tell you the answer. And I think you can conceive of these technologies giving you big increases in vehicle miles traveled or big decreases. And I think, as Sarah said, we need policy.